All right, it's party season, and you know what that means. It means there are more opportunities than usual to romanticize alcohol, exaggerate its abilities, and give it all the credit for the fun and joyful times this festive season. What a magical time of year it is. I want to talk about two things that I reckon could be on your mind right now. So first of all, you might be having the thought that I need to drink alcohol in order to have fun. Like, I need it to have fun at this Christmas party or that gathering. And if you think this, you're not alone, because that is what we are trained to think. But actually, drinking at a boring party just means you are drunk at a boring party. And if something is not fun without alcohol, it's probably just not fun. So maybe you need to stop doing things that are dull and boring in the first place. Just an idea. Now, I know you might be rolling your eyes at that and thinking, well, Kate, I can't skip my work Christmas party because that would be frowned upon, but that is boring. Or I'm obliged to go and I'm obliged to have my relatives to stay and they are not fun either. And I agree. There are some things that you have just got to do and they are probably going to be boring. But that's okay. In that situation, I would still rather be bored and sober rather than getting so drunk I don't even know I'm in a boring situation. Because boredom itself is not a big deal. It's not going to kill anyone. You can handle being bored. It's good to be bored. It's actually very informative. And I got a great example of that. So one of my students is a senior manager at a big firm you will have heard of. And she just went to her work's Christmas do and said, yeah, it was boring. However, being there sober made her realise that she was not the only person there who wasn't drinking. There were lots of non-drinkers or people barely drinking. And she'd never noticed that in the past. And this got her thinking about organising something very different next year, because she has the power to do that. So something really good is going to come from that, because she allowed herself to show up sober and get bored. And if you really think about it, a lot of work parties actually do involve going to a bar where the music is so loud you can't talk very easily, but no one's dancing either. So what are you meant to do with yourself? It is a bit of a boring situation, so it's no wonder people want to drink and want to busy themselves queuing for the bar. There is not that much else to do and it's hard to connect with people. So it's no wonder people drink in that situation when you really think about it. It's a strange situation. And this brings me on to the second thing that I wanted to talk about today, which is feeling as if you need to drink in order to fit in, to have this shared experience. Perhaps you're thinking, I don't want to be left out. You know, that's not fun. I want to be part of this, and a lot of bonding is supposed to happen over drinks. Which is interesting because actually a lot of disconnection also happens over drinks. We just don't talk about that. But I know you've had that experience, that thing where you are in an alcohol-induced bubble and suddenly, you know, your senses close down and it feels like other people are quite far away. You're not really connecting with them. So just be careful about telling a one-sided story about alcohol there, because drinking can often leave you feeling isolated and removed and misunderstood and even land you in an argument. And besides, having a different liquid in your glass shouldn't make you the odd one out. I mean, if you went to a coffee shop and everyone else was drinking coffee and you, heaven forbid, ordered a cup of tea, you probably wouldn't sit there worrying about not fitting in. You'd be able to see that it's just a different drink. It's not a big deal. But the tricky thing here is that if you think it matters, then it will matter. When you think it matters, you put on these glasses that change the way you perceive things. Everything starts to look different. Like you subconsciously scan for comments about what you're drinking, and you're on high alert for the faintest, tiniest sign of you not fitting in, not being part of the group, not connecting. So how about you take those glasses off, and I challenge you to go to whatever it is you're going to and collect some evidence of something different. Go and look for evidence of how you do fit in just as you are. Go there focusing on all the ways in which staying alcohol free is going to elevate your experience of the event. Put your brain to work on finding that information and you will come away much happier. Whatever you do, just don't fall for the myth that you need alcohol to have fun, or to be fun, or to be good enough. You are already more than enough, just as you are.